Hey everybody, I'm here for True North Wilds. It's September and fall has hit us like a ton of bricks. It went from in the 30s and sunny one day to practically overnight. The leaves changing color and cooler temperatures. We've got frost in the overnight and it's windy and rainy a lot of days now. And yeah, but the good thing about that is not only it's hunting season, but we have walleye starting their run in the local river, and in the lakes they're starting to really put the feed on. So I'm going to open up my September walleye species-specific box from Mystery Tackle Box, mysterytacklebox.com to check them out. They have the Pro, the other regular size box, and then the Elite. This is the Pro box. It's usually pretty good. I'm looking forward to seeing what I get. Let's open it up. Nice tight packaging there. It looks like the usual double digest, what's in the box. It looks a little scarce in here, but let's take a look. So keeping in mind this is a walleye box, what do we got here? Liquid Mayhem. This stuff is awesome. I've actually never seen Nightcrawler scent yet. I have a lot of Liquid Mayhem products. I don't have Nightcrawler scent, so that is really cool. Nightcrawlers are an excellent bait for walleye. Interesting. Very, very interesting. That should work really well. Typical walleye scents have a lot of garlic in them, so it's nice to get something different from that, because on the river where we spend most of our time walleye fishing, garlic is kind of hit and miss, but I think this might do pretty well. So that is a good product. I'm happy to get that. Next up, we have Canaan lures, K-A-N-A-N lures, by anglers for anglers, designed in Florida. Alosa Major Lucid Ghost Crankbait is what they call it. Interesting. So this is a big bait. This is a big crankbait. Looks like a deep diver. It doesn't say on it what it dives to. Doesn't say anywhere on the bait. It doesn't say anywhere what it dives to. I'm going to assume it dives pretty deep because this is a pretty long dive bill. So I'm going to guess at least 8 feet, probably 8, 10, 12, somewhere around there. I really don't know. I've never heard of this company. Got a little bit of a rattle in there. It's very subdued. Not a lot of space for these ball bearings to move, but it is there. Paint job on it honestly looks a little cheap. It's got the red fins here on the side, and it looks a little sloppy. It doesn't cover the whole fin. It's a little off center from where the fin is. There's some marks in there where the paint, there's some clear spots where it's supposed to line up with lines in the fin, and they're off center from that. There's a little bit of red in the gills here, and again the red is kind of sloppy. It's not really in the lines. There's some clear spots on it. And I don't know, it feels a little cheap. It feels a little sloppy. But I don't know. I've never used these lures. Maybe someone can correct me in the comments, but just on first glance, it feels sort of cheap. But we'll find out. I'll certainly use it. I'm going to the lake this weekend, actually, a few days from when I record this, and this will be a good color for that lake because it's clear-ish water, but it has a brown stain to it. And so this sort of light but not super flashy pattern will work pretty well. I'm probably going to catch pike on it, but we'll see how it works for walleye. Typically, I wouldn't use this profile for walleye in the fall. Usually we use jigs, smaller swim baits, smaller size crankbaits, things like that. But we'll find out. I'm interested to try that, and I'm interested. I'll have to look up and see if I can learn any more about this brand. If anybody knows, leave it down in the comments. I don't want to knock them, but I just don't know anything about them. The original Castaic. So I've gotten a lot of Castaic stuff. It seems to be decent enough. This is the Loco 10 crankbait. Dives 5 to 10 feet. Bass go berserk. Well, hopefully the walleye will go berserk as well. However, as you can see, it is more of a bass bait profile. And it's not that walleye won't go after this. They will. But typically for walleye, the profile that you want is more of a long, narrow one, long minnows and shiners and things like that. Whereas typically for bass baits, you'll find more of this profile, or the fat belly, more of an arching profile. But like I said, walleye might still go after this. I'll certainly catch pike on it. I'll certainly be able to catch smallmouth bass on it, which I will also be fishing for, hopefully. So nothing too wrong with that. Psycho Perch is the color, and I do really like the color on this. I like the name of it too. Psycho Perch is a fun name. It's got this solid gold stripe on top, and then the sides are this really reflective mix of blue and yellow and silver, just all around really nicely colored. So I do like that. We'll see how it works for a walleye lure. I am skeptical, but again, it's a very subdued rattle. Like I said, I'm skeptical as far as walleye go, but I will certainly, if it doesn't work for walleye, I will certainly use it for other stuff, because pike and bass will certainly go after that. Okay, now we're talking for walleye lures. We got a big package of various jigs and hooks here. So this is really cool. Roadrunner by Blakemore. So Roadrunner Jigs, I've gotten a fair bit of them, mostly from Mr. Tackle Box, and they're great. They're great jigs. I got nothing against that. Daiichi bait hook kit. So Roadrunner walleye lure, that'd be the jigs, and then Daiichi bait hook kit. So there's some, I don't want to open this and spill all these all over. So it comes with a bunch of small octopus hooks. Not something that I would really use for walleye. That's something I might rig up on a slip bobber or a slip float, and maybe for goldeye, mooneye, perch, things like that. Most of these hooks in here are too small for what I would set up as a rig for walleye, but you never know. It's always nice to get extra hooks, but these jigs are fantastic. Let's take a quick look at these jigs. Roadrunner glow heads, painted with intense glow paint. So that right there, that makes me excited. Any jig heads that glow, where I fish, especially the walleye, are in darker water. Most of my time is going to be on the river, the Red River, which is not far from me, and we're fishing for greenbacks, and it is just like chocolate milk. Like, it's super dark. So anything that glows typically does really well. I like the shape of these Roadrunner jigs. You got your line. It'll bounce a little bit off the bottom with this extended head here compared to where your line is. And it just presents a really nice profile. The colors on these are already really good. Chartreuse and orange. They're all the sort of same color, except there is one, and only one, white glow jig head. So that's cool. You know, get a bit of a variety, but most of them are just orange and chartreuse. I'm not sure why they just included the one white one. But this one, and then there's this other solid orange one here. And then a couple of these smaller ones that have the blades on them for that little extra bit of flash. And again, these blades tend to work really well for me where I fish because it's darker water. You need all the extra flash and all the extra sound that you can get. So all in all, that's a good kit. I don't know how much use I'll make of these hooks, but it's always nice to get jigs. And it's nice to get this kit, which has a variety of jigs. Some of them with blades, some of them without, different sizes. There's 1/8 ounce, there's 3/8 ounce, there's 1/4 ounce. But all of them glow, which is fantastic. So I'm really happy with that. I think that's really cool. No complaints whatsoever there. And just take a quick look at the price here. So the Liquid Mayhem Fish Attractant, $10.99. The Castaic, $7.99. The Canon Lures, $7.95. This is all in US prices. And then this jig pack, $6.99. For everything you get there. Nothing wrong with that at all. I don't like to comment too much on prices just because it's so different, but I think that's a great price. What do we got here? Northland Fishing Tackle, Screwball Grub Floater, Short Shank Wide Gap Live Bait Hook. Grub Floater. So these are floating jigs. Open this up. These are blue and white colored. They look like little grubs. And they're floating jigs. And it says live bait hook, which I could see this working pretty well. We do use live minnows and live leeches and live night crawlers every now and then here. I don't tend to use a lot of live bait, but a lot of people I fish with do use live bait. So I could see having no weight on this and attaching a live minnow or a leech or something, and it'll give it more freedom to swim around. I could definitely see that attracting more fish. So that's a cool idea. I've never used a floating jig head, and I don't know if I've gotten any before. So it's interesting. I don't see these around here very much, or I should say I haven't seen these around here yet from Northland. So that's a cool idea. I don't have much to say on it. If anybody uses something like that, leave me a comment down below and let me know how it works or how you use it. Because right now, just from what I'm thinking, throwing a live minnow or a leech on there would be the best bet, and I think that could be pretty cool. So I'm certainly intrigued. $4 for that one is what it's listed at. So again, good price. And last up, we have some plastics here. X-Zone Pro Series, the 3.25 inch Finesse Slammer in green pumpkin blue. So I've gotten a lot of these X-Zone, and I've gotten a lot of this style of lure, these Pro Series Finesse Slammers. This is probably my 4th or 5th package of getting these. And I get a lot of them from Mystery Tackle Box, so they're not bad. It'd be nice to start getting a little bit more variety in the X-Zone stuff, but it is what it is. As far as plastic goes, these are decent. These will catch walleye, but I typically use these more for smallmouth bass because they have this sort of a leech profile here and a long narrow tail, and it's something that with the natural color, something you'd use in clear water. It's got some blue sparkle in it. It's nice, nice natural color, nice natural green brownish sort of color with blue sparkle. The profile is good for if you want to imitate a leech or something, but like I said, it's more for clear water, which is typically where I would be fishing for smallmouth bass as opposed to walleye. So for me, I just tend to use these for bass more often and not so much for walleye. But as it goes, it's a perfectly good plastic. I certainly will make use of it. It's got that scent on it, that X-Zone exclusive scent. And it is very noticeably X-Zone. I'm starting to get to the point where I think I could probably start identifying brand names based on the scents. This one definitely, X-Zone stuff always smells the same. It always has this scent to it. So yeah. All in all, not a bad box. What am I going to complain about, really? Nothing much. There's some stickers. The promotional stuff, and then the X-Zone lures, $3.60 for the package. So. Not a bad price. All in all, the value seems to be here. Mostly appropriate for a walleye box. I'd prefer to get a mix of some different X-Zone stuff. I've gotten this a lot, this exact style of lure. I've gotten it in different colors, granted. So, it's not terrible, but it'd be nice to see something different there. But they do work. They're good plastics. Castaic stuff, same thing. I've gotten a ton of Castaic stuff. But I don't have this, and I really like the color on this. It's more of a bass lure, which is what I'm going to use it for. I probably won't use this for walleye if I'm being honest. But still, again, the lure itself is not bad. This brand, I just know nothing about, this Cannon Lures. We'll see how that works. That I could see working for walleye. We'll give it a try. Floating jigs, like I said, intriguing. And then just the star of the package, or star of the box, I think, is this package of jigs. Everyone that I know will try a variety of different things for walleye, but every single person I know that fishes for walleye will always use jig and minnow or jig and leech or jig and worm at some point when they're fishing for walleye. So you can never have too many jigs. You can never have too much of a variety of jigs. Glow paint on the jigs is always a bonus, no matter what brand or what style. And it's nice to just get a variety package like that. I think that's a great idea. So all in all, not a bad box. Yeah, as far as Mystery Tackle Box goes, this is one of their medium sort of quality boxes as far as what I've gotten. I got no complaints, but it's not spectacular. It's not, blowing me out of the water either. So let me know what you guys think about that. This is from Mystery Tackle Box, mysterytacklebox.com if you want to check them out. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. While you're down there, don't forget you can hit that like and subscribe button. Helps me out a lot for the channel. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/TrueNorthWilds, on Instagram @TrueNorthWilds. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you outside.